Okay, welcome everyone. So today we will continue exploring various team compositions in Ash Echoes, and this one is actually, I would say, from what I reviewed, probably the most simple one. I would definitely not say that this is the most OP one, right? But it is very versatile if you are using some particular units, right? So for this one, we will be reviewing the infinite seed cycling teams, and what this means is we are looking at a team composition where we are of course gonna be primarily testing it around Cen Ying for this showcase, but it works with any tactician type echomancer, right? And what we're looking for is we're gonna launch a seed skill, right? And by the time the seed skill is finished, we are gonna have somewhere around 80 to 100% of the next seed skill already ready. So this team will maximize on the amount of seed charge that you get. We're gonna need for this one, right? So the first thing you need is Cen Ying or any other echomancer that first of all has a useful ultimate, and second of all is of a tactician type, right? So because one of the very important traces for this only works on this diamond type characters. Unfortunately, we are quite limited when it comes to that. So we're gonna be using it for Cen Ying. This is the main one I would recommend using for as well. Next up, we'll need one specific trace, and this one is a defense type. It is a rare, so you should have it. Not only you should have it, but you should probably have it maxed out by now as well. That will be the get well soon, and this one is super important because this will be the main driving force behind cycling the charge, right? So as you can see, it only works on tactician or support types. Again, like, you won't want to use it on a support type, you want to use it on someone who is able to dish out damage, and that will be tactician types for this case. And yeah, as you can see, each time an echomancer is attacked, 10, 15 or 20 seconds of their seed charge is restored. This does have a 15-second cooldown, but even then, if you are able to max it out, it will average out to more than a second of seed charge every second on cooldown, right? And lastly, we'll need 2 additional echomancers for this team to be at its full potential. Do not worry, because these echomancers are 5 stars, so you should have both of these by now as well. The first one will be Freda. One of her skills allows her to continuously cycle the seed charge. Unfortunately for this one, you will need to have her at seed skill level 3. So yeah, if we look at this, while flip the stage or indulgence is active, basically whether you use the healing skill or the offensive skill, doesn't matter, it will work on both. It will restore, yeah, as you can see here, it will restore 4% of seed charge whenever healing other allied echomancers. As long as you have like a single frontline unit, you will constantly be healing that unit, and it will be able to charge your skills continuously. And the second unit we will need is another 5-star, and that is Begonia. The reason you need this is, while you technically can get away without using this unit, right, it makes activating the way of life trace a little bit easier, right? So if you remember, in order to get that trace activated, your tactician type unit needs to take damage. The problem with that is, while you can place the unit next to an enemy so they do take damage, if you are gonna be looking to use this team on a more difficult enemy, for example against a boss or against enemies that hit for a lot of damage, you also don't want them to die or take like critical damage where they're sitting at 5% HP at the brink of death, right? So what Begonia allows you to do is, one of her traits will continuously remove 5% HP from your echomancers, and in turn give you attack speed or rather give you 5% attack speed. And this will work every 5 seconds. So every 5 seconds she will drain HP from your whole team. The cool thing about this, this technically counts as your allies receiving damage, which means that every time this is triggered, you are also triggering the get well soon trace, as long as it's not on cooldown, of course. which will allow you to cycle Cen Ying's ultimate very easily and without taking a lot of damage. And since you are going to be using this together with Freda, Begonia removes some HP, charges the trace, Freda heals it up, and this is basically a continuous cycle. Every 5 seconds you take some damage, you heal some damage, and you keep activating the C charges, right? So now that we got that out of the way, this is the build that I've been using. It's one of the older builds, right? And I cannot say whether this is like the perfect build or not, but essentially what I'm using is Get Well Soon. This one you have to use, and after that you're just gonna have to build around the unit you are using. So for example, since I am using it on Cen Ying, I do have traces that boost summon damage, all of that, right? So we have Emptiness, we have Beneath the Deception. This one will boost a lot of the summon damage. We have Karma, which is just a generally good trace in order to maximize a lot of damage. Born from Ashes, this one allows your Freda to easily charge Inspire skills, and Shadows of Ali, this one is like a secondary option for gaining a lot of Inspires, right? And yeah, now we're gonna try to use it in some content. I don't have any like particular pieces of content. For example, this team I'm afraid is not able to do something like join training 300% because there's a lot of self-reflect and they simply don't have enough healing. So we're just gonna test it against some final floor bosses, see how they work out, and see if we are able to get those C charges going. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. As mentioned, the 3 main units, Cen Ying, Freda, and Begonia, are there. For the 4th one, this is sort of like a filler. Since we do not really have a good tank, I'm gonna use Laurel in there, and I'm gonna fill the rest of the slots with whatever 1 stars, right? Doesn't matter what you fill it with, as long as you have 7 units for the strength in numbers to activate, so you do get those Inspire stacks, right? So let's go into the battle. As you can see, it says I'm weaker than required, but we are not scared of that. I believe we are able to conquer this boss. This boss, I'm testing against this because I feel like Cen Ying's ultimate is amazing for this, especially if I launch it in this more of a horizontal direction, right? So we're gonna test it out. I'm gonna place you here. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna place these 2 here because... Actually, no, I'm gonna place them all behind there because I know they will die. So I'm gonna go there. The boss should smack here, so we're gonna like the legs. We're gonna switch to defense mode, right? I prefer defense mode when it comes to using Laurel with anything apart from what's it called? Corrosion teams, right? And let's look at the charge. So we have Freda charging, we have Begonia who already drained a little bit of HP, so we instantly got 20 seconds of the charge ready. And yeah, let's look at the charge, 90, 97, there we go, we have the seed skill. Before the boss even ulted. Now, for showcase purposes, I will ult. I'm gonna ult like this, because I think the boss might be able to become targetable by the time the ult reaches somewhere around here. So I'm gonna launch it. And what we're paying attention to is the seed charge on Cen Ying again, right? So we're looking at that 7%. It's gonna slowly go, but you'll see a big jump whenever Begonia leeches HP. So we're 30%, and there we go, that was the big jump, 50%. We're gonna ult with Freda. I think the boss should become targetable anytime soon. We should, yeah, I think we kill those and it will become targetable. I'm gonna launch some drones right here as well to speed it up. And look at that, the ult. The ult hasn't even, the ult just finished. We have 88% of the charge already. Like, how insane is that? So give it like what, extra 5 seconds and we'll be able to launch it again. So this time the boss will be targetable. Let me make sure that I'm able to dodge the attack. I'm not sure. I think it should smack the middle. Yeah, it does smack the middle. No one's in the middle. We're good there. I'm gonna do the boost. I'm gonna buff up with Freda. Okay, there we go. And we have 100% already. So I'm gonna launch the ult like this. This way it will be hitting the boss majority of the time, right? We should easily drain one of the health bars with this, I think. Let's launch some drones as well, why not? Okay, Freda is charging, Begonia should leech a bit. Okay, there we go. One health bar down. The ultimate continues to travel. Her ult also popped. Okay, so the... Oh, this one, you know what? I do wanna... Actually, we don't even need that, I think. Maybe this is a bad boss to showcase, but... Yeah, mainly I'm looking at the ultimate charge speed. So you've seen, like, the first ultimate we launched... What you mean battle failed? Anyway, you got the point across, right? He was like 1% HP. Yeah, you launch the ultimate. By the time the ultimate is done, you have like 80 to 100% based on whether Freda was able to heal or not, right? Because if she is not able to heal, she's not gonna be charging either, right? So you need to make sure that at least one of your units is a little bit lower on HP in order to get the C charge activated, right? Okay, so I'm not too familiar with this boss, so I don't know if I will be able to beat it, right? But we're gonna try it out. This is from the Tomorrow is a Blooming Day event, so we're gonna try out the boss. I honestly don't know much about what it does, but we're just gonna go in. We're gonna try it out. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not trying to win, right? I'm just trying to showcase the ultimate being used. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna try to at least get a few charges off, right? And we'll see what happens. I already beat this boss. I don't remember which team I've used. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm assuming he won't do too much shenanigans. So I'm gonna go like this. And what I want you to pay attention to is Cen Ying's charge right as we start. So she gets 50%, I believe it's one of the seed-like buffs, or 60 I guess. And Begonia at range HP, we are instantly at 80% charge. 2 seconds after the fight started, we are already at 80%. So, yeah, she's taking damage, which means Freda is healing. And we should be getting C charges. By the way, if you want to check when the C charge arrives, you can see this icon right here. As it goes, right, you can see it keeps healing, and by the time it reaches the top and resets, you will be getting the charge. So you can see that by the time it reaches the top, my Cen Ying has received the ultimate, right? And okay, we're gonna launch it out. What is this? Oh, there's enemies here. I'm a bit scared of that. The problem I have with this team, right, is while it does dish out very consistent and very high damage, it also relies on a single unit, which means that if my Cen Ying dies by accident, it's a instantly failed round, right? So, okay, we're gonna push it, we're gonna buff up with Freda. The cool thing about this is not only your Cen Ying is getting the ultimate very often, all of your other units are getting the ultimate very often, and while Begonia's ultimate is whatever, the Freda's ultimate as well as Laurel's ultimate are amazing, right? Okay, so the boss is in immunity, whatever that is. Oh yeah, wait, he launches those stuffs, so I'm gonna need to... Can my drones kill it, I wonder? I don't think they can. No. Actually? Nah, they can't. I'm gonna have to launch this. I believe it's this train attack, right? Yep. We're gonna launch this. Get rid of the thingies. Perfect. Okay, so we got Cen Ying ultimate soon. I'm gonna launch this. So we're gonna try to survive. I don't know what's gonna happen, but we're gonna try to survive. Buff up with Freda a bit. I'm waiting for her ultimate. Does this mean she's dying? Does this mean she is dying? Oh, I am worried she is. I'm very worried she is. Because I don't know the skills of this boss. Okay, I'm gonna launch the ult. My Cen Ying should not die, so we're just hoping we can make her stay alive again. Okay, pretty good. Buff up with her. We're mainly just looking for ultimate gauge. My Freda is healing, so we are getting the charges from Freda. Okay, what happens? Oh, who are you? Again, lads, like, I'm not too familiar with these bosses, right? But we're just trying to charge. Look at that, ultimate is still going, 50%. Gonna launch some drones. I just want to see when, as soon as the ultimate finishes, right? Actually, I'm gonna move you as well, since you... Oh, right, wait, he has like... I remember this, I died to that, but doesn't matter, right? I just want to test out the charging. 70%, I want to see the exact percentage, really. Ultimate is still going. Still going. Still going, 84%. 84% is when the ultimate stopped. So we let it run for a few seconds. And we have the ultimate. How sick is this, right? Now, I do believe I'm gonna die. I remember going to like 10% and then whatever the skills of this boss are completely annihilated me. So yeah, I kind of expect to die. I don't want Begonia. You see, the thing about Begonia is she doesn't really do much in this. Oh yeah, wait, they have bombs or whatever. Ooh, so I'm gonna die now, I think. I'm gonna die. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Oh well. Right? Oh well. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. But it doesn't matter, right? It does not matter. We're just testing it out. I believe there is like a phase after that. No? Is there? No, it isn't. Okay, so we were able to beat it. Give that man a like. Give it a friend request. But yeah, that's just the general premise of this team, right? Like, you launch an ultimate, you wait it out, and the second ultimate comes up like 5 seconds later, right? And unfortunately, I think only maybe 2 units can really benefit from it a lot. So Cen Ying is gonna be the main one. Another option is Luke, because he's very similar to Cen Ying, right? So you can pretty much have almost the same build as her. They're both tacticians, they're both physical damage dealers, they both deal damage with summons, so pretty much all of the same traces work in a similar way. I'm not too familiar with the other units, like the other 5 right here. Maybe it would work for them. I'm not gonna make a claim about that, right? I can only confirm that it does work on Cen Ying pretty well. But yeah, overall, pretty good team, right? Very cheap to build, since you only need essentially 1 6-star that does the DPS, and then 2 additional 5-stars and only 1 rare type trace. After that, you can sort of improvise with the build. Doesn't have to be all SSRs that I've used in mine, right? But yeah, overall, pretty good. Hope you enjoy. Let me know if you are actually using this team, and I want to know where it excels at specifically. And yeah, that's about it. I'll be make sure to stay tuned, since I will be covering some other cooler teams pretty soon, as well as we're gonna take a look at the content that is coming out soon, this simultaneous raid. Okay, that's about it, and peace.